The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the audio show.
Alright, so when I slid in Lauren's DMs this morning, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, right? However, I've now watched the story and I think it's now basically concluding because they're showing us it wasn't really a DV story. It wasn't a DV story. What it is what's basically they wanted to put a mirror up in front of hurt women to show them basically the flip side and ask questions. Do you feel the same way about the man like you feel about the woman? Let's jump into this. Let's go.
She's calling me. Are you serious? What if we really hurt him? He's okay. He deserves it. Dan, look.
Hey, Lauren, now just hear me out. Just hear me out. I just want to let you know, I give up. I give up. Just hear me out. I just been sitting here thinking. Everybody keep thinking I'm crazy and I be acting crazy. But you know what I realized? I'm probably only acting like a scorned woman. And I thought, maybe because you're a woman, you'll understand these feelings better than anybody. You know how it feels when a man plays you, play with your heart. Now imagine how a man feels when a same woman who always complained about being played end up doing the exact same thing to him.
All right. That's exactly what they've told me that it is now. So this is where they are, right? What they're saying is basically the same things that we say, right? On the next trajectory, the same things that we say, right? Where women come in and them tell a man don't play with them heart, and we hear this all the time on the skits. Them. We've watched it all the time on the skits, and y'all have watched it and say, how the man them, terrible and the man them bad and all of these things. Dan is saying, you say, just like how you say that, right, about men, what about the women them that actually play with men? How it is that no one basically stands up for those men? That's what Dan is saying. Same way like him acting out. That's why I use the Shayla reference. And I said when Shayla was acting out on Iman, what we heard a lot was Iman basically is causing a lot of it. But now, when Dan is acting out on Lauren, we're hearing that Dan is causing it. Do you see what's going on? Dan and Shayla in the same bracket, But some way, somehow, when it's Shayla, it flips to Iman doing it. When basically it's Dan, it flips to, when it is Lauren, it flips to whatever it is. So in other words, they're showing you what's going on. They're showing you how the blame is basically, given.
I figured maybe you could relate to that. But it just, I don't get it, I mean, I promise you'll never find another man that's going to love you the way I did love you. How I did stood by you. How I supported you, how I believed in you, the way I loved you. You won't find that again. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let go, and I'm going to let God. Maybe that probably give both of us some peace.
So what Dan is saying is that basically he's that guy that just has loved this woman so deeply that it made him get outside of himself. But in the real interim, him really just love her. That's basically what it is. Him don't want to hurt her. Him don't want to do anything at all to her. Remember we keep asking that and we keep saying, but him not really. He's scared, but him not call the police. We kept asking the question. If he's this scary, wouldn't the police have already been called unless they know something that we don't know? I mean, that's all I'm saying. So we kept seeing that over and over again.
But I promise you this. The world could give you everything you're looking for. The money, the success, the attention, whatever it is that you think you need. But it will never compare to how I genuinely loved you. The man God sent to love you was standing right there in front of you and you couldn't even see him.
Interesting. This feel now like it's a double message. I now see how Delicia come into this message. Because remember, King actually tried to love Delicia. But instead of her loving Delicia, instead of her sitting down and saying, you know what, let me basically let me basically stay with King. She has chosen Iman and she's chosen to basically go with the same nonsense that Iman has going on. I think, hear me out, I think that Delicia is going to be hurt. Based on this now and listening to Dan right here now, I realize now that Delicia is going to be hurt as well. Because these words are some way, somehow, are going to come back to ring home. We already know that Wayne and him way out from Lauren, you know. But now I'm realizing it's a double message. So I said the reason for Delicia being there, because see what Delicia thought about it, it's just some money. It's just some money.
And I was that man. I just hope you know what you're doing, you know?
Look,
You don't
Dan,
think about how I hurt you. Like I really don't know what else to say.
Dan, I'm sorry if I ever hurt you. I did not intend for this to happen at all.
I know, but just decide. If somebody breaks your heart, don't cry. Just smile. Because you remember, you once did worse to somebody else.
That's the message. That is the message. The message is just like you're expecting. Here's the message. It's a message to women. It's a tough way for us to get here because, of course, the first thing we thought it was a DV case, and the first thing we thought it was something different, or we felt all of these things. However, this is not a DV story. And I'm glad, Lauren, that I actually was able to watch this story. Thank you very much for telling me to stick in there, because I did DM her and she told me stick in there, O'Neil. She said, O'Neil, get your audience to stick in there. Please have them watch the story. What this is, Dan is showing you basically, she's showing you how women break men's heart just the same way. They're asking for all of these empathy when it comes to them and their heart being broken, and them say a lot of different things. But when it comes to the man, no one shows any level of accountability. That is the story in a nutshell. Watch it.
Anyway, I guess I'm gonna let go, and I'm gonna let God. I forgive you, and I still love you. I just want you to know that.
All right.
That's all I have to say. I'm done fighting with you. Bye.
All right, bye.
I don't know, was that genuine or was that a threat? I'm gonna let go and let God? I mean,
Which part of that was a threat? I'm gonna let go and let God. which part of it was a threat? See how we consider it to be a threat when it's a man? If it was a woman that had said that, would have basically felt what she's saying. That's what I mean when I said that was the story. The story was to show us how we look at things differently. The lens change once the gender changes. So that's why the equal argument is not so fair. When people say things are very equal, they're not really that equal, because how they're looked at is very different. Look how much work it took us to be able to watch it. When Iman was doing his thing with Shayla, that was easy to watch. Everybody had fun out of watching that. But when it was this, it took us a while to really and truly watch this one. Interesting, isn't it?
Oh, that felt genuine.
so you
See, I
think
think
that
he's really hurt.
he did this to...
And then Delicia says he did it to himself. Did he? Really? Did he? Did he scam himself? Did he tell himself that, hey, my mother needs $40,000, and so, I'm going to do whatever it is for 40 grand? That's what I mean. So the story is what it is. The story is basically a story of putting a mirror up in front of women. Some women, some understand, some don't. So the story is about doing that. So how cold Delicia is in her responses. When Iman was playing around with her, you see how she wanted Iman to consider her feelings. But now when it comes to Dan, and Dan is saying, consider my feelings, no one considers them. That's basically what this story is. Friends, look here. Lauren, took me some time. I had to slide in the DMs. You say people sliding in the DMs. I'm happy I spent the time and basically watch a story. Great storyline. Great topic. I love it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, friends. We'll talk to y'all soon.